Today we checked out the sports only card show at the Canterbury Event Center, held by the Minnesota Card Show guys. Way back home from the show right now, so let's give you guys the review you deserve, as always. By now you guys get it, so let's just hop right into the vendor variety portion of the show. So this was only a sports card show. It was advertised as a sports only show, keep that in mind. So when we look at the vendor variety portion of this, it was sports only, just like it was intended to be. Myself and Sammy B here did not get a lot of time to go actually walk around. We were set up as vendors and this show was super busy. It was almost impossible to leave the table for the entire, 6-7 hours that we were set up. So from the little bit that I did get to go out and see some stuff, I did see quite the variety within the sports. I saw there was a couple vintage guys set up, there's a lot of modern for sure, but there was a lot of every single sport, which can sometimes not be the case, especially in July, where it's football only for a lot of people gearing up for the National. From that standpoint, it had a wide variety of what you would have expected from a sports only show. Little we did get to walk around, I did make some easy deals with some vendors. A lot of the guys were super easy to work with, worked on sticker, worked on comps. If I bought in bulk, they were willing to kind of cut a deal as they kind of understood like, hey, I'm buying to resell. So a lot of those vendors were super easy to work with. Again, I didn't get to go walk around a ton today. Wish I could share a little more perspective on that side of things, but from my perspective on the show itself, just being as a vendor, this is a must go to. This is the second time they've ran this show, and every single time that I've been there, both times, it has been unbelievably busy at the table. The only negative or sort of not great thing I would think is a lot of the tables didn't sell out for this particular show. There's a lot of other stuff going on, so I think that needs to be addressed and said that I think a third of the room wasn't full when it could be. So I just think there was so much going on that it was tough to fill every single show that was happening at the same time. I think there was 3 total shows in Minnesota alone. From a vendor standpoint, this is a must go to. I think from a consumer standpoint, you maybe would have been a little disappointed with the lack of total vendors, but there was a great variety. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10 for the vendor/variety portion of this review. The location of this one's pretty cool. It's right at the Canterbury Park Event Center. There's the casino right attached, and the horse racing and betting and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to make this an event with some of your buddies, you could go to the card show, you can go gamble a little bit, you can go back, maybe you win big at the casino, you come back and spend some more, find some cool cards, create some cool memories with some of your friends. It's a lot going on, but getting back to just this, the event center where the show's held, very, very big space, lots of space to deal. There's extra tables for consumers to go sit and trade and do whatever else you need to do, whether you're ripping a box or packs, whatever. There's basic concessions on site too. You can get pizza, beer, pretzels, whatever. Maybe the only negative is it's kind of a little bit out there. I feel like everyone was kind of driving an hour or more. Me and Sam had a little 2.5 hour trek there, 2.5 hours back. Location has the food on site, lighting there's perfect, lots of space for vendors and consumers as well. Like I said, concessions right on site. It's usually a huge deal, especially as a vendor. Like, you get hungry, you can't really leave, but you can step away and go grab a slice of pizza. That goes a long way. I think the location of this spot, with the only thing really being the physical spot, is a little weird to get to time-wise, at least for me. I'm in central Minnesota, and I know a lot of guys who are like, yeah, I drove an hour and a half today. which can kind of be borderline for a lot of people. I think this show's location gets an 8 out of 10, and that rounds us off to a perfect 8 out of 10 overall. In summary, do not miss a show that the Minnesota Card Guys put on. They always do a great job. They do a variety of shows. Do not miss them. Check them out. Let's get into the top 3. All right, let's hop into my 3 favorite pickups from this weekend. Coming in at number 3, this beautiful Markel Fultz Optic Black 101. These true Optic Blacks are really tough to find. And you know what? Markel Fultz, former number 1 overall pick, he's finally getting his career together. I just thought this was really cool. Number 2 is kind of cheating, but we got 2 Adrian Peterson rookies. We got the finest black to 99. We got the finest green to 199. Both rookies, of course. 9.5 is a super tough grade, but come on. How about a BGS 10? I guarantee you never see this card again. Super cool to add both of those. And then number 1, this Topps Black Drew Holiday rookie. PSA 7 is a super tough grade for this card. Those black borders are really tough, show a lot of white, so they're really harsh on them. Numbered to 50 rookie from the iconic Steph Curry rookie class. Beautiful and iconic set. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next video.